What's up guys, Dr. Brett Rollison with Ground Overhead PT, coming at you again with your daily body armor. If you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for daily content and videos on how to rehab yourself back to health so you can get back in the gym, back in sports you guys love. So recently, been working with a lot of runners and lifting or functional fitness athletes having that lateral hip pain, okay? So not that pinching sensation in the front, but that sharp or dull ache on the side of the hip that's there going up and down stairs, going into a lunge, squat. A lot of runners start to feel that pain on the side of the hip. It really comes down to a couple things. One, either that bursa that's actually on that bony prominence on the side is inflamed, or you actually have a bunch of muscles that attach to that bony prominence on the side of the hip, and the tendons themselves can become inflamed, okay? So essentially a bursitis or a tendonitis. In either scenario, we actually want to strengthen the muscles that attach to that location so you can have a more stabilized pelvis, so that when you're out on your runs and you're doing your lifting, that knee isn't caving in, the foot isn't collapsing, and you're not getting that compressive load through that bony prominence, okay? So, kind of a beginner exercise you give people with this issue is going to be an isometric, okay? So what you're going to do is, I have a lifting belt, but you want something that doesn't give. So you don't want the traditional bands that give a bunch. You want something like a belt that you wear around the waist to go to work, or a lifting belt, something that doesn't give, okay? So I'm going to put this just below my knees, come down to the ground, okay? Now, whichever hip you're working, it's going to be the hip that is towards the ceiling, okay? So for this, I'm going to roll my hips forward all the way. So I don't want to be on my back at all. I want to be completely over onto my hip, almost exaggerating that roll forward. Then my leg isn't going to come straight up. I'm actually going to bring it back a couple inches posterior to the leg on the ground. Then I'm going to drive up and back. So diagonally behind me. I'm going to press as hard as I can without causing any pain, okay guys? So as hard as you can, just below that pain threshold, and I'm simply gonna hold for 30 seconds, okay? Now if you press as hard as you can for a full 30 seconds, you're gonna feel it, okay? So you should be shaking by the end of this, get a good contraction in, and at the end of 30 seconds, relax. You're gonna repeat this exercise for 2 to 3 sets, okay guys? What you're gonna find is one, you can get some initial strengthening in those muscles that we wanna work, but also take the pain down, okay? So give that a shot, and tune back in tomorrow for your daily body armor. Thanks, guys.